Following on from having a clear research aim encapsulated into a simple question and having clear and precise aims and objectives, a little bit more about the research question. The research question is like your umbrella for the entire research project. All your aims and your objectives from that original research question. Your research question is the overarching question that your research sets out to answer. Your aims are the goals that you want to set to achieve your research question, what you are setting out to achieve, sort of broader general statements that together collectively will answer your research question. So you will have a few aims taken together and answered together. They will answer your research question. Then below your aims will be your objectives, or another word for objectives would be operationalisation. These are the things that you have to do in order to achieve each of your aims. So they're specific statements of the learning that might occur, particular things that you need to have happen or data that you need to get in order to be able to answer each of your aims. Your aims will be closely related to your concept map. Now initially, your research question feeds your aims. So you go out and you do your initial literature review, and what you come up with under your original research question will start to form the picture of what your aims need to be. However, over time, it's going to go the other way. It becomes an iterative process as you undertake research on each of your aims, and as you start to come to understand the limits and the constraints of your operationalisation, that will feed back up the chain to modify your research question, and it will be a bit of an iterative process. So just be prepared for that to happen. So I'm going to give you a bit of an example of a research question. And what I've got here is in the HR field. How can local SMEs improve staff retention? That's the overarching research question. This is from Veal. An example aim and operationalisation would be, first the aim. Are there common HR strategies being used by a small to medium-sized enterprise to improve or maintain local staff retention? That's the aim. The operationalisation is that you're going to be identifying international best practice in small to medium-sized enterprise HR retention strategies. You're going to look at high-performing nations and you're going to pick those based on OECD rankings. You're going to find that information by using databases, periodicals, journals and government websites. You're going to survey all the local member SMEs you can find by contacting the Nelson Tasman Chamber of Commerce, so you're getting a very local picture, and then you're going to compare those local results to international staff best practice retention strategies. You're going to look for the gap and you're going to write that up. So your research question is your overarching umbrella. Your aim is the first part in the black. Are there common HR strategies being used by SMEs? Your operationalisation is the stuff in the red. Each needs to feed logically into the other, and they will feed off each other as you start to hone your process.